This strategy of taking out terrorists who threaten us while supporting partners on the front lines.
Mad at the U.S. because we are American citizens.
Hundreds of families stuck in Yemen.
The U.S. can provide, only limited assistance.
RT has been in touch with numerous U.S. citizens trapped in the war-torn country.
Russian planes have evacuated both foreigners and Russian
People's possessions are now being loaded. They themselves are behind us.
People now in Yemen think that the Yemeni Americans are like second-class Americans.
Welcome back. The integration of Muslims is one of the key issues in American politics following the Paris attacks and the San Bernardino massacre. And some are taking an exceptionally anti-Muslim stance.
Total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
And the media isn't too far behind.
We have to be careful of the Muslims in this country.
True Islam is terrorism.
Well, with anti-Islamic rhetoric increasing, RT correspondent Alexei Yaroshevsky went to the first US town said to have a majority Muslim population.
Muslims are now vilified on every level in America. Well, as it usually happens, definitely in the places where followers of Islam are in minority. But what about the first city in America where Muslims are officially dominating?
The city of Hamtramck, Michigan. For almost 100 years, this place was predominantly a Polish community. At some point, up to 90% of the local residents were immigrants from the Eastern European state. Together with the decline of the local economy, the ethnical landscape of this place has changed dramatically.
Now, almost 60% of the 24,000 population are Muslim. Saad al-Masmari realized his American dream in just 9 years, from a Yemeni immigrant to owner of a good business and a local politician. Although his victory, he says, had nothing to do with religion.
Our major thing in the plan was to target everyone in Hamtramck, Muslims or non-Muslims. People here understand each other and like each other, respect each other.
But not everyone shares the same view here. In fact, the city's mayor, in an interview to Washington Post, claimed there was a feeling Muslims were the other, and there was fear among the Polish community. We addressed this question to the locals, a Bangladeshi business owner.
Because it's a small, tight community, everybody know each other, and I don't believe there is Islamophobia in Hamtramck.
And the Polish pharmacist.
I feel completely safe here in Hamtramck without any kind of no fear at all.
So what is this fear about then? A local activist explained to us, after all, what this household Islamophobia in fact was.
We were known for having the more bars per acre in this city than any other place in the country. Their fear they're going to shut down. If we get a Muslim mayor, they're going to shut down all the bars. That's one of them.
Hamtramck is to a large extent a microcosm of the Muslim situation in the United States. To those shouting Islamophobic slogans, it is what should not be. To those trying to see outside of the box, it is a role model of a diverse society where the bells of the majestic Catholic cathedral toll alongside Muslim calls for prayer. Especially since followers of Islam here are sending a clear message, that of peace. Alexei Yaroshevsky, RT, reporting from Hamtramck in Michigan.
The Canadian region of Alberta, which produces almost half of Canada's oil, has been severely struck by plummeting oil prices. In 2013, Alberta provided almost every new job in the country. But as oil prices dropped almost 60% in the last 2 years, 40,000 people were fired from the industry. A further 185,000 are expected to lose their jobs by spring of next year. That's according to petroleum labour market information. The unemployment figures are being linked by experts to a rocketing suicide rate that's up 30% in the province. Jesse Siebel, one of the many to lose their jobs, says people just can't handle the stress.
I could see why there would be a lot of people that the suicide rate would go up in Alberta right now. I mean, you think about it, you got people that have been in the oil field a lot longer than I have been. They can't keep up with their payments because they're not working as much or they're not working at all. And then, you know, the dealership's taking back their brand new truck and their trailer, and, you know, there's a repossession on the house. I mean, that's a lot of stress to come down on a person. And I mean, for me, it's been 8 months. I mean, so I could imagine there's a lot of people that all that stress coming down on them at once. It's a lot of weight to try and carry. I could see why the suicide rate would go up for sure. And, you know, you can say it's the oil prices and the economy. And I mean, right now, that's basically where it's at. I mean, the oil field and the economy, it's so low right now that some people just don't see a way of it coming back around for them. And, you know, that's their option. They can't handle the stress.
Jesse Siebel again says that the oil crisis could lead to wider social unrest in Canada.
I think that if the economy doesn't change and things don't start looking up, there's going to be some sort of anarchy within the province of Alberta, maybe even the country of Canada. I'm not sure. I mean, if the oil field came back around, you know, like say 2016, things start looking up for the oil field, I think things are going to get a lot better right away. You know, there'll be more people working. Alberta will be back on top again, you know, like we'll feel like we're back on top anyways. You know, I mean, that's what I'd like to see.
The night sky over China has been lit up by a spectacular meteor shower. It really is a thing of beauty. These pictures were taken in the northeast of the country in the early hours of Tuesday. Stargazers got to see up to 120 meteors per hour burning their way through the night sky. The Geminid shower can be seen every December when Earth passes through the dust tail of an asteroid. The very best views this year were in China, South Korea and Japan, and I think right here on RT. That's beautiful stuff. Thank you for staying with us here on RT International. Up next, we have the latest terrorist attacks and the transatlantic trade and investment partnership being discussed and going underground. And for our UK viewers, we'll tell you the story of American Indians of African descent who are battling their own tribes and struggling to regain their tribal citizenship.